Hello, and the Warp Forge with another Ave Dominus Nox preview or episode. So yeah, as you see, we've got a new backdrop, just a little thing from one of the first strike sets. A friend gave it to us on the free, and I thought, excellent news, nice new backdrop for some new models to join in with for reinforcements of the 8th Legion. And as you can see, they are double Leviathans with double butcher cannon arrays. Obviously, as you've seen before, you've saw them in works in progresses, now you've seen them in the flesh, Modicus and Morbius. So obviously, this guy here is Modicus, that guy's Morbius. Morbius is the one who's looking like he has a midlife crisis, just rocking that glam rock feel with spikes everywhere and hooks on his front and stuff, wearing that badge with pride. And Modicus, whilst he has backwards arms, seems to have his shit together, so there we go. So yeah, these took me a while to paint up. These have taken me so long to paint because I want them as centerpieces. You know, these are expensive in points and you can't really fit a lot in afterwards. So obviously I just want to make these pop out and look extra special. So obviously I went to head and really got in with the nitty gritty of the glowy effects and stuff like that. Lots of dry brushing for the glow effects since I don't have a airbrush, and it produces similar effects. I won't say it's the same, but produces quite nice effects. Bases, everything you see here has been done in some form or capacity in previous videos that I've explained. The only thing I could really say is, on the bronze, I used Urgraph's Earthshade, so the bronze on the, I don't know what you call them, recoil or suspension rivets or divots, whatever you call them on the butcher cannons, the bronze. I used Urgraph's Earthshade wash just to make it really look darkened and muted and dirty, as you can probably hear my sounds from Facebook, because Facebook doesn't know when to shut up, but hey. So yeah. What roles are these going to be used for the army? Now, obviously, they are loaded with as from what a lot of people say, competitive loadouts or optimized loadouts. I personally wanted siege drills for these guys, but a lot of my army is already close combat based, and I needed something that could take a hit and dish it out, and that's why I wanted double Leviathans with double butcher cannons, because I've tried a lot of other things, and the only thing that seems to be okay is Lascannon Havocs, but the problem with Lascannon Havocs is once they get focused down and ripped up, because they're only toughness 4. Even if you plonk them in cover with a 2-up save, your opponent will just target on them, because they know Lascannons hurt. And I wouldn't say it's a waste of points investment. They can finish off very well, because these guys do the meat. They take out a lot of the meat and wounds on big things like knights and monsters like carnifexes and stuff, and trigons and hydrodules and demon princes. These guys can take on a lot with those butcher cannons, but there are certain things, as I've said, like knights and stuff, that you need a few las cannons just to finish off, because unfortunately this isn't well, Night Lords aren't a list that can just go 2s to hit, 2s to wound, rerolls 1s everywhere, and just, you know, do amazing things like that. So yeah, but considering the fact that when you stick a load with them, they can reroll 1s to hits, it's pretty big, especially if you have to move them. They are gun platforms at the end of the day. If you get them a good position, they're going to do well. So yeah, especially with Chaos Lord, which is cheap in points, and you just throw them out. I originally wanted to have a Heretek or a Heretic Dominus. What you call them? The Forge World Hereteks. I can't remember what they're called. A Hellsmith or something like that. Something like that. It's an engineer. They could restore wounds, but now after the FAQ update, they can't, because only if you've got a model with the Machina Malefica rule, then that's the only thing that can heal them. So there's really no point unless you want to pack a load of decimators in. Anyhow, so with regarding background to these characters, I haven't really made any background to them yet. I want to, but I want to see what they do first. I want to have a bit of fun with them, see if they can make a name for themselves on the table before I go in hard into really going for anything else. Other than that, I'm really happy with these results. I'm just going to pivot a guy. What I'm mostly proud of is the Batwing over here, because I built it right back up, because I put the base coats on, washed it down, but in certain areas on like the main plates in between the veins, I just applied the base coat colour being corn red, just lightly applied it back on, and I just made sure I didn't go into the crevices when I was building it back up, and it makes it pop out so much, I feel. So yeah, obviously the only thing I'm not really proud of is the back exhausts here, because you can still see the blue. I'm like, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do there. I'm thinking just paint on the light red that I've done before, if I'm really sick of it, if it really bothers us, but right now it isn't. I'm also not really that proud of the heads, but that's only because I tried doing something new and it didn't pay off. In addition, what I didn't realise was, because I've had to paint these in parts, then build them, because I wanted these to be the main centerpiece of my army. When you glue the top bits on, these bits on, the head doesn't fit on, so I had to literally take off the whole neck piece, force it in, chip a bit of model, and definitely chip the paint job on them. So I had to redo all that again, and I'm not really too proud of the whole skull face, because I wanted it to look a bit more defined, and just looks a bit meh. But aside from that, they do look like good centerpieces. No one's going to notice too much about them. I'm really looking forward to fielding them as complete models, because I've had a few games with them. They managed to... Well, in the first game I had, it was against Leviathan Dreadnoughts, and they managed to be the last model standing in my force. Everything else was completely decimated, but aside from that, they managed to stay firm. A lot of my opponent's force, if not nearly everything, was decimated apart from a Hereteks, but my friend was winning on points, so if I remember correctly, and so he won through victory points, but I managed to take the moral victory away with Morbius over here gunning down his Hereteks with the last few bullets, and that made me feel good. Sometimes, like, when you're looking at how the table is, you've got to take the moral victory away and just enjoy it, and that's my attitude towards it now. Second game was against Royalist Salamanders with their Forge World captain, who is an absolute beast in combat, a lot better than I expected when he manages to one-shot Demon Prince. I mean, fair enough, my Demon Prince did put him on one wound, but the fact that he just managed to with a single blow, just decapitate him was that was a big shocker. But yeah, in the first one it was his Salamanders with an Imperial Knight ally of a Knight Questoris Gallant, I believe, with the fist and the Reaper Chainsword. He slammed that right in the middle of the table, right in front of me, deployment zone, in movement phases, and just went, right, bullet time. My objectives are to kill a character, because he managed to, with some command points, make his knight into a character or warlord or something like that. I was like, right, I need to kill a warlord, I need to kill a character, and I need to kill a vehicle or a titanic vehicle. And the knight seemed to fit the bill. So, unfortunately, I believe it was Morbius who died. Yep, Morbius died in the first turn, but Modicus unleashed a load of rounds. Well, unleashed his butcher cannons and managed to put it on really low health. Then my Scorpius fired into the knight and dealt the killing blow, managing to destroy it. And that was an interesting turn of events. I didn't expect to meet... Well, I was hoping, very, very hoping to kill it, but I wasn't particularly expecting it. So when it did go down to the Scorpius, I was very, very pleased. I kind of want another Scorpius now. But yeah, I've been really... Like I say, I really want to throw these down more, but again, I want to throw out more battle reports for you guys out there as well, but my force isn't completely painted yet, and I'm now painting up 40 cultists with autoguns, and that's going to take a while. That's going to take a long while because I'm going to do them in bits in the sense that when I feel like it, I'm just going to paint them because I want them as a completely disorganized rabble. I don't really want them uniformed or anything. And the reason why is because it's say in the future, like I want to do Black Legion, because I really want to do Black Legion, especially if they get a new Abaddon model out. I will be very happy to start Black Legion, because I like the Black Legion trilogy, although there's only 2 books by Aaron Dembski-Bowden released now. He's working on the 3rd one. I'm really enjoying those books. I'm really enjoying how they're portraying Abaddon, and I loved the fight with Sigismund in the 2nd one, which I won't spoil it for you, but it is set in the 41st millennium, and it is Abaddon returning from the warp into real space and fighting Sigismund. Good fight, very good fight, very interesting to read. Just everything about because it's dealing with the core or the defining moments of what defines Abaddon's character from the 31st millennium to the 41st millennium. And in the first one, it shows how he faces off against the Horus clone by Fabius Bile, which shows how he develops as a character. And then the second one is when he finally appears for the first time in 10,000 years into real space, returning from the warp. And it's another foothold establishing of who this character has, or how Abaddon, the character, has transitioned from the 31st millennium to the 41st millennium, and it's just so fun and so interesting, especially through the eyes of 1,000 Suns legionary who turned to the Black Legion's cause. In addition, they do shout about Thalax courts as bodyguards for Magosses and stuff, so Dark Mechanicum does exist, Games Workshop. Make the sodding rules. Seriously, all I want is just Thalax allies. Give me Thalax allies with my Heretek Zephron. I'd be a happy boy. Heck, that would be my primary army. If you made Dark Mechanicum a fully fledged force with pre-heresy units all warped up and stuff in plastic, you've sold us, G-dubs. Just do it. You know, you're running out of excuses now. You've brought squats back. We're getting plastic sisters. Hint, hint. You brought Gene Stealer cults back. You're running out of excuses now, mate. Time to get on it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing off these guys in battle reports for you as well, because I am missing making battle reports, really missing making battle reports. I want to make Batman ones again, but it's hard when you have a group that's hard to get in touch with on Batman. Well, I wouldn't say hard to get in touch with, but it's just organising games, you know. I really want to make more Batman stuff, but alas, 40k is just overridden the place, and 40k seems to be the only thing that's being played at the moment. In addition, Kill Team's just been announced, and oh boy, I'm making a separate video on that, because now I've got a bit more information. I want to make my reserved judgments until the game's actually been released, because there's a lot that I like, but there's quite a few heavy hitters that I dislike right now. But again, they're only reserved judgments until the game's actually released and I play it. Because I love me skirmishes, as you know. So 40k turning into a skirmish game just has me on a full-fledged yes please. What else was there? Yeah. So I've only had 2 games with them, I believe. I want to play more with them, especially on a 750 format, because these were built originally with the idea and intent of a 2,000 point tournament army for Night Lords, and now the stance or the points have changed to 1750, so it's going to be very interesting to see how I can fit 600 between 600 and 750 points in 1750, because now I need 1,000 points invested into Lords or Demon Princes, and then the infantry is going to be what really not defines the list, but makes it really interesting. Am I going to be selling my integrity by replacing Lords of Demon Princes again? Or am I going to replace Chaos Marines with Cultists for these to fit in? Or am I going to get something a bit more interesting? I don't know at this moment, because I need to find out for myself not by researching into other army lists and stuff, but how to experience things from yourself, how to really get a feel for how to make Night Lords viable, because the trait does nothing. Again, I know I toot the horn like hell and back in nearly every Night Lords video, but the trait is just so meaningless right now. There's a lot that I want to talk about, but that's reserved for another video where I want to talk about the competitive scene. But until then, I need to do more research into what lists win grand tournaments and to establish a pattern, because I think there is a definite pattern, but to establish that pattern I've got to research. Anyhow, so I know this is me just rambling and ranting for 15 minutes. So yeah, I'll let you get away now. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I say, Morbius and Modicus, they will be coming soon to the channel's battle reports, especially with Night Lords. I want to do a lot more themed battle reports now. I want to do more narrative stuff, because, again, that's more for a different sort of video of rants and rambles and 40k and chill vids, or hobby and chill vids mostly. So yeah, I'll probably leave that best for another video for another time. But if you liked what you see and you're looking forward to these battle reports as I am, because I'm looking forward to getting these battle reports out and showing you all basically painted models, painted battle reports, painted and hopefully narration behind them, then please give this channel a subscribe. Give this video a like if you thought this video was interesting, even though it's just me rambling for now about 16 minutes 50 seconds. Then please share this video out. If there's other people who want to see painted Leviathans in the style of Night Lords, please do. Other than that, 30k as well. I'm very interested in giving 30k a go, because I've got the amount of Forge World I've got for it. Yeah, I may as well. I've got Curse and Saboteur. I may as well, you know. I've got so much Forge World. All I need is the books, which I think I might make in a future purchase someday in the future. But hey, that's me prattling on again. Yeah, share this video around, and if you want to talk about anything that I've said in this video, then please give it a comment in the description below. So I just want to say thanks for watching. I know it's been a long, hard video because it's hard to really talk about these models, because they look what they say on the tin. So thank you for watching. This is the Warp Forge, signing out, and remember, keep on forging.